What up, what up, what up?
What's happening, everybody? How you doing? How you feeling?
Right, yeah, happy Wednesday. So this is something that we're doing pretty new. The reason why we're doing is that because we are releasing a very special episode today with young Muslim, Grindin, Baltimore natives, rappers, musicians.
Yeah.
And
It's lit.
and the reason why we're doing this intro because I believe we recorded this back in August. So
yeah,
we
it's
did
an old
this
episode.
so the audience won't be confused because the reference that we make won't make any sense if you think it's in real time. So, yeah, that's the point of this intro.
Yeah.
Wait for the real one. The real one's coming.
No, the real one actually doesn't come because you didn't let me get it in.
Oh.
I was editing the stuff and you never let me do my So
In that episode?
yeah, because I was getting ready to do it and you just went off on the tangent. You just went off on the tangent. So I got to give it to the people now.
Hey, well, y'all got it now. Thank
All
you.
right.
Enjoy the show. Salam.
Salam.
Yeah, and we're good to go.
We're good to go. We in here.
What it do,
What it
big?
is, what it is.
Hey. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. I'm going to drop that mixtape. It's going to be fire.
Yo, what's up with it?
Bro has
man?
been practicing that impersonation for a
happen.
while.
Yeah,
Oh, we
my
got
Jay-Z impersonation is on.
Hey, I'm about to do all the ad libs on this mixtape. You can put me like
Bismillah. What's up? Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's how we do. We always, kick game real quick, build some rapport with our people.
That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Our guests, man, we've been waiting for y'all for a while. I ain't gonna lie, like.
I know, man. Finally, happy. Finally, you feel me? Got it done, man.
Yeah,
we here, man.
I felt like Bob. I felt like just Bob Marley, just waiting in vain for y'all. You know?
So funny.
But alhamdulillah, everything happens by the decree of Allah. And it happened the way it did.
Yeah,
So we're here now with three great brothers, mashallah, from Baltimore at
West side.
West Side,
Yes, sir.
shout out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
come from
already.
Virginia, so we can't.
Word.
2 up, 2 down. We gotta claim the whole state.
Yeah.
The
The
city.
good
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
bad. You got to take all of it, bro. You got to take all of it.
Already.
Oh man, but bro, how should we kick off the
Yeah,
show?
man. Hey, start it up, mo. Fire it up. And hey, surprise me this time, bro. Something different.
So something different.
Something different. No 1, 2, 3. Come on, bro.
What you want to do? Okay,
I mean,
let's
come
get
on,
it,
come
man.
on.
Let's take
we-
it. We got it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Talata. Yeah, let's go. Arabic countdown.
You ready?
Arabic countdown, baby.
Let's go.
Talata, اثنين وواحد.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jabril
And
Salam.
Mohammed Hassan.
And you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Assalamu alaikum, y'all. What is going on? Juma Mubarak. I
Alaikum salam.
think, I think Juma. By the time you listen to this, it won't be Juma, but we did record this on a Juma, and it was a very blessed day today
Yes,
because
sir.
we are Juma today, and tomorrow is a day of Arafat, which
Yep.
our brothers and sisters on Hajj will be standing on the mountain where it's believed that our Prophet, peace and praise be upon him, gave his last sermon. So that's why it's such an important day. So we learned that today. I legit
Yeah,
just
the
learned
khutbah
that
today was
at
fire.
the khutbah. I was like, yo, 10-15 minutes to teach that. It ain't take 2 classes, you know
Right.
what I mean? After Isha, up all night. But no, alhamdulillah, we learned that and apply it. So we, inshallah, if y'all brothers can't fast tomorrow, it's a big day. If you fast tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's like
I know.
it removes your sins from last year and the sins of the year coming up. So
Oh, yeah.
We all need that.
I'm
You
taking
want to do that?
Oh.
I'm about to put that in the calendar. I'm doing that.
Every year, make sure I'm fast this day and this day. All right.
Let them know who we got today, Jabril. Let them know
Listen.
behind the
We
mic.
got 3 of the hottest young Muslim artists out in this side of the DMV.
Hey.
We got the young Muslims grinding. We've been with y'all from the
Yes, sir.
beginning, but you know what? We got y'all here, man. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So if y'all just want to go ahead and introduce yourselves a little bit, tell us where y'all from, who y'all are. We'll just start it off.
Already, Lord YMG affiliate. You know what it is. West
Yeah.
side.
Yes, sir. YMG Rainbow, YMG affiliate, you feel me?
Why's do you heard me? Baltimore, 10300, you did.
Yeah, my man had to wake up a little bit for that one.
He's like, man, I usually go first.
Nah, man, but look, like we said, y'all been on our radio for a minute, so to get y'all in here, man, it was like a lot of music we've been listening to, and boom, 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 from y'all first tape to like just singles coming out, and then boom, y'all just dropped the project.
Yep.
So I know that's been really big. But before we get into the project, how did y'all get where y'all at now? How did y'all come together? How did y'all meet? Like, what is the story behind Young Muslims Grinding?
So we've been rocking with each other since we was like we've been rocking with each other since we was like 4 or 5.
Oh dang.
So you feel me? We went to the same school, grew up, came up together. This is actually my nephew. You feel me? So I remember when he was born. You feel me?
Yo, he's still. I said, my man's dead.
I was like 1, but you know. But I mean, like, yeah, so the chemistry was already there.
Yeah.
We always like to rap, you feel me? So, like, in school, we was always rapping all the time.
Yeah.
People would be like, Kareem, stop rapping.
And now they're telling you keep rapping.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we just started really in the closet in my room, for real. Started making bangers, putting the joints on SoundCloud. People was rocking with them. So, we just... I mean, yeah.
I remember y'all made Jenna Diamonds. That was like the first joint y'all put out. Then after that, it was like, yo, dude, come to the crib. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Just spit anything. I'm like, yo, I don't even know how to rap. We go in there and then we did some things and it was jumping. It was jumping on SoundCloud for real.
Word, that's what's up.
So what y'all used to record? What y'all have?
Like just some regular old equipment, like an audio interface and a mic. You feel me? Some headphones,
laptop, of course.
Right.
Word.
I mean, like we just got it in for real. I mean, to me, it was a good practice. You feel me? So you feel me? Work on the craft from a different level.
Yeah. Start at the ground level and then work your way up.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
So at first, did y'all have the idea for this to be where it is now, or did y'all kind of just start and was like, yo, look, we're just doing this for fun?
Yo, for real, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is fun.
It's fun, man.
Definitely.
So it went. So that's when it like. When did it go from like a hobby to like, man, you know what? We can actually do this full time and potentially make
It's
some money
when
and feed our
I'd
family.
say
with
that's
this, you know what I'm
when,
saying?
yeah.
Like when people who listening to the music, they starting to take you real serious, and they kind of like, man, it jump is fire. Like you need to come out with something else. Like I love what you was talking about, or they said then like they'll tell you, oh, I relate to this, or like, man, like that's some real stuff. Like I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
Right.
Like that, it hits you different when somebody come to you and tell you that, and you just gotta sit back and tell yourself, well, decide this if you want to like go harder,
Right.
if you want to take it serious, or you just want to just enjoy it and take your time, be lazy with it. Some people be lazy with it, and still enjoy it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I feel like we got to the point where you gotta grind and we just trying to put it out there, and we gonna see what happens, how we gonna pop off.
We just try and like embody a positive perspective that you feel me other young Akhs could look at. So you feel me, our actions, everything, like we gotta look at the consequences of everything we do. So that's how we just trying to give a good example. You feel me, to the world.
Yeah, nah, man. I mean, I love it because I mean, for us, we look. I mean, when you have your audience, you got people like listening to you. Those are the people that keep you going. It's almost like a two-way street because like. One way, you're putting out stuff to help them get through their day, get through hard times, or get through whatever they got going on. And on the second hand, their support and their good energy is what keeps y'all going. You know, a lot of people just think audience, somebody you make money off. It doesn't work like that. It's like a family. You feel me? It's a give and take.
Yeah.
It's business, but also like pleasure. You know, you give and take. I help you, you help me. So like you said, it's from the beginning, it sounded like y'all had good energy. People was banging with y'all. So do you think that's because of the city y'all came from, or do you think people kind of saw the talent and was like, you know what, these brothers can do something, you know?
Both. I think it's a combination of both, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because in Baltimore right now, it's a lot of, you feel me, a lot of violence going on. Like, it's, the numbers is going up, and it's like, it's getting kind of crazy. But we started up ISB. So
what was that?
Islamic Society of Baltimore. That's where we went to school at.
You guys started that?
Yep.
Oh,
we studied at a madrasa. Mashallah. So it was an
mashallah.
Islamic background. You feel me?
Okay.
So that's what really put the foundation in our brains to really move forward with the movement.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So y'all started out on SoundCloud, right? Do y'all get that connotation that y'all are SoundCloud rappers, or do y'all think y'all bigger than that? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like right after we dropped Block Talk, it's like, I mean, we on Apple Music and Spotify, so it's like, but at first, people did, like their first thought was like, oh, these SoundCloud rappers. But you gotta start from somewhere though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, before it was MySpace. I don't even think y'all remember MySpace. But like, nah, that's what it started off with. We were talking about that earlier, actually. Like, yo, people used to really get on MySpace to listen to music. You know what I'm saying? And so now you got this whole generation that's out that's still popping, that's putting out music, and now it's SoundCloud. But with y'all having your Islamic background, what was the thought process while y'all were spitting, y'all rapping, and then like trying to fuse what y'all knew as Muslims, but then also what y'all knew out being in Baltimore around all this craziness happening? How difficult was it to actually merge those two parts of who y'all are?
It's not. I'm gonna say it's not really difficult because, I mean, as long as you doing what you gotta do, it's pretty easy to portray that. As long as you're not doing wrong, and if you believe in what you really believe in, then it should be easier for you to go on the tracks, and especially you gotta spit. It's, people want to hear your experience, because everybody want to hear the experience, and also try to compare it to theirs, and you can show that how it's not so different, even from a Muslim standpoint or a young black impoverished standpoint. So, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, do y'all feel like you guys have like an obligation to put like your city on your back? I mean, a lot of people that come from Baltimore do talk about Baltimore. It's like, it was like, we talked about earlier, we got Tay Kopang, right? He from Baltimore. He had this street, so I think he had videos over like 5 million views. That was in the middle.
That new joint?
No, it was the Bankroll song. That joint rock. It was the remix.
Yeah.
Crushed it. And then you guys and Peso de Mafia, a lot of people that come from Baltimore that kind of show their city. So do y'all feel like, come from Baltimore, you guys got to show the same respects, or
Definitely. We
Especially
wouldn't be
because
who we
so
are.
Many, It's so many Muslims in Baltimore too. It's a lot. And once we start stepping outside of our comfort zone and really like getting out there, we start seeing a whole lot of Muslims. So we like, oh yeah, we got to start a wave. We got to do something.
We want to make songs, you feel me, that the Akhs could really vibe with, you feel me?
Right.
That's why sometimes like I feel like we the voice of the Akhs, you feel me, the young Akhs. So we gotta give them something to listen to.
For real. Instead of all this negativity.
Exactly. Like, you feel me, give them some game, show them something. Like, they ain't gotta sell drugs to make money, you feel me? That's why we young Muslims grinding, you feel me? Cause just cause you grinding, I don't mean you selling drugs on the corner. You feel me? You just getting the money, halal money.
Yeah.
I like that. He agree with that. My man agree with that.
Nah, man. We had Tart Toure. Y'all know Tart?
Yeah.
Poured out of Baltimore, right? And he was telling us that there's a lot of creativity, a lot of talent that comes out of Baltimore, and a lot of that's because of what is happening. You know, people will take whatever they're dealing with, they take it, they channel it, and they make an art out of it. Was that why y'all started, or was it more just like, yo, this is fun?
We some homies.
We some homies. We're trying to rap, or did it start out of a frustration, or a concern for your city, or like you said, for the young ops that are trying to not get into that other space? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why? What was the motivation behind the music that kind of just like fueled it?
Like, it started. I guess you could say it started like just for fun type thing.
Okay.
We was really just making music. We was liking how it sound, and then like we started really breaking down that we gotta have a message that's conveyed in our music.
Right.
And then I guess at that point is when we really started taking things serious.
Yeah, because it shows in the song Justice, right?
Yeah.
Where y'all start talking about like, yo, like the police brutality and the inequality and stuff like that. I was listening to him like, yo, hold up, let me play
the
this
best
back.
song. That's the best song out now. Period. Ain't nothing out better than that song.
What about Vibes? Nah, that's the
Not
best
at
song.
all. I don't care about no Drake. I don't care about who out. That's the best song out right now. If y'all don't know it, if y'all ain't bumping that Justice, I don't know what y'all bumping.
For real.
Rap, though.
You gotta get your ox cord today.
Who that?
What I do like about y'all music, especially this last one. I bet you anything. That's my phone. That's my phone. What I really like about this album, though, right, is that I talk about all the time. We talk about it with all these other Muslim rappers, artists. Is that I think a lot of them are whack, right, because they don't tell a full story of their experience. Like, y'all aren't just Muslim. Y'all black. Y'all young. Where y'all come from. Are all circumstances that make y'all who y'all are. So if you only told one part of your story, it wouldn't come off the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
so
true.
do you see those rappers as competition, or do you feel like you're competing more with the more secular game that's not rapping about much of anything?
I feel like we in our own lane, honestly.
I feel like we in a competition with ourselves.
Yeah.
Because when I bump our music, like I'm impressed because we can hear the growth,
right?
And we know you can do better. Because I mean, we freestyle all the time, even when we plan. But most of the rhymes I just keep for myself because that's just a way for me to, like, it's kind of like an outlet. But looking back on some of the lyrics that we write, it's like that's like I'm impressed with it. And I know we can do better. We can move forward with it.
Right.
Okay. I mean, because right now it seems like you guys are just some large fish in a small pond. Because, you know, people out there like Day Squad. They almost create like their own niche. You know, what I mean? So there's only like a handful of people in there. But the issue is that it's really early. It's like the early stages. You know, when like the iPhone comes out, you have the first people that know before everybody.
Right.
It's like probably like a year or two until everybody else catches on.
You feel me? So how are y'all gonna like overcome that curve? Are y'all gonna like Jabril said, you guys gonna try to get a little bit more mainstream, kind of get those listeners and bring them into your realm? Because you're creating something new, so it's gonna take time for people to kind of get it. Because in the Muslim community, you're known as like right now as Muslim rappers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then in the mainstream, you guys are known as rappers. So now you're competing versus thousands of people.
Right.
You feel me? So you guys are gonna try to stay in one or the other, or kind of bounce back and forth.
We can do both.
Both.
You do both.
Yeah.
We can bring them together.
So, do you think you're gonna have to change your music, or do you think just?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Cause I mean, we spit our emotions as Black Muslims in Baltimore. So it's like we just rapping about our lives, and then our lives is incorporated with Islam. Cause we were born Muslim. Our lives are surrounded by Islam. So it's like the music reflects that story.
Got you. So who? I guess for what you're describing, right? When you talk about rappers who have their foot in a bit of both.
You don't talk about exactly.
You look at other rappers like Tone, for example, right? Like Tone blew up in the mainstream, right? And also blown up with the Muslims because he makes music like halal soul food came on. We were actually that joint was hard, right?
That is
bro. And we got some exclusive sounds when we were in the studio with y'all, right?
Right, yeah.
Bro, but like you could take that setting, you could take that music, give it to anybody, and they go rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel that y'all music is on not the level of Tones, right? But do y'all feel like y'all music is in that section where you can take that tape and give it to anybody, and they be like, yo, this tape bumps.
It's
definitely
like universal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
More than one group of people can relate to our content, and that's all you need at the end of the day is just different ears.
Right.
And once you got those different ears, they gonna spread them and tell their friends. So we already we know people in Baltimore that's listening to music. We know Muslims listen to the music.
Yeah.
Right.
We know people overseas, other states that's listening
even
to
the
it.
UK. We got a lot of fans in the UK.
Yeah, UK and probably Canada too.
Muslims listen to it. Christians listen to it. Jews listen to it. It don't even matter. If you turn that joint on and you don't like what you hearing, something wrong with you.
Bring that joint back. That's funny because that's what Nipsey used to say. Like, yo, check out my album. It's $5, $10. If you don't like it, you can have your money back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's trash, you can throw it out the window. But anyway, when y'all first started rapping, how was the reaction in the Muslim community? You know, were people saying that's haram, or
we definitely had the haram police.
Then how'd y'all overcome that, or how'd y'all deal with that? Just kept moving.
Yeah, I mean, keep moving. I mean, make dua for us. You feel me? Lead us in the right direction.
Was there like a crazy scenario where somebody approached y'all? I was like, yo, y'all haven't had like a crazy.
Because I mean, like, our music is not like, super duper like reckless. You feel me? So it's like at the end of the day, like, it's poetry. So it's like, I mean, you can't. They're not gonna really like. Of course, there were some people that but
if you want to hate on it, you can hate on it. Don't try to get me to stop.
Right.
Just turn it off, but don't try to get me. Don't try to get me to be done with it.
You're doing something positive.
So you just mentioned poetry, right? And I know that over the last 3 or 4 years, the national poetry, the National Poetry Slam, something like that. The winners have been out of Baltimore.
Yep,
so like
Muhammad
Tall, Fresh Cup, Mo.
Get that book,
Get that book,
man. Too broke to die. Get that, man.
Yeah, definitely. Cop that up.
Powerful poems in that book. I'm telling y'all.
Got time in Baltimore.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely. do y'all see yourself? Well, did y'all start off with poetry? Because I know there's everybody I talk to out of Baltimore. They're like, yo, like I've dabbled in poetry here and there. I've done X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, actually, in high school, I was in a poetry club. Yeah, so I would, you feel me, like the teacher or whatever would have me go out, perform, you feel me, some poetry pieces in front of the class. And
Young Remo.
No, here I am, Kareem.
So yeah, I mean that was a cool little experience. You feel me? So yeah, I feel like rap is poetry.
Yeah.
So I've been rapping like dabbling in rhymes. I was probably like 9, 10.
Oh yeah, from an early age.
But it's a foundation, right? Like, that's why I tell football players to do ballet for balance. Or like even dancers, they try to take some sort of sort of classical movement. I know in acting, like they tell us, they're like, yo, like you need to take ballet because that will help you with your movement and like reactions
your footwork
and stuff.
Gonna be
Exactly. Same thing with soccer, you feel me? So like you have to go back to the kind of the basis of what your music is. And
oh shoot, my favorite era of rap is the 90s.
Oh yeah.
And they get 90s rappers, they some poets. So they some real poets. I like Nas,
Mobb Deep,
all them D's. They spit something to you. So I wasn't a poet, but I listen to a lot of rappers who I consider poets first. Like J. Cole, that's a poet. He a poet.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Him and Kendrick,
poet.
Just poet, right on top of the beat. So what y'all? I mean, coming from Baltimore, like y'all mentioned, there may be some stuff in there that just kind of might have troubled y'all. Did y'all how'd y'all stay away from certain things, whether it was like drugs or things going on the streets, like? Or did y'all get into that? Was it the music that kept y'all away? Was it a slam, or did y'all kind of learn the hard way?
I say like we used our brain and how we maneuvered. So like we wasn't making any dumb decisions.
Just making some good choices.
Exactly.
Right.
So you feel me? Stay preoccupied. Like you feel me? I stay focused on my studies and my work, and just remain focused.
I feel like staying around like each other.
I was about to say
help a lot.
Most definitely.
The people in your circle, they are gonna make you who you are if you chill around them for a long period of time. Yeah. I've been with these guys since I moved to Baltimore. I was there since I was 3 years old. I've been with them like my whole life. I don't remember not being around these dudes and their cousins.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, we all Muslim. And we all grew up in Baltimore, and we know people who got into different things.
Our families are tied in together.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So,
so you could just watch and learn and see how other people's circumstances work out for them. I can't be around that.
Yeah.
I can't be dealing with these type of people. I got to move smart.
Yeah.
Right.
So
the main thing was not going to prison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you can't do nothing after you feel me?
So that's what basically just that thought is what kept you out. Because I asked Tone the same question. He's like, well, I mean, once you go to prison, you can't make no money. All that money that you made is gone.
You break it down.
So he's like, that's the only thing to say. Another question, maybe a little bit off the cuff, but I was asking Jabril, because my family's from Egypt and everything, and I was like, I came and I see, black African-American people struggle. You know what I mean? And I asked him, I was like, like why? You know what I mean? Like I was like, how can my family, a Bangladeshi family, somebody come in here to America, use the resources and open a business or just start hustling? I told him, I was like, what's the difference? He said, because just the system.
Right.
Right. And how people are placed and what position in real estate that, people are given. When you guys see that in your city, like how do you guys not become like the circumstance of that, and how do you uplift other people too? You know what I mean? Even though just knowing, just the history and just, what black like African American Muslims have gone through. You feel me?
Right. My father he started in the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
So they established the temple. I forgot the name of which temple it was, but it converted into a masjid because everyone became Muslim.
The Wafdeen, the second enlightenment.
Yeah, it's in Baltimore. Okay. Yeah, so. And you know how they was. You already know how they was coming. They was militant. They was militant.
Yeah, there's no games, bro.
Right. So they had already peeped the shortcomings and the faults of the system before they were really apparent to the the black community.
Okay.
So that had a lot to do with how we look at how to maneuver through the system that's set up for us to fail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like once you understand it, it's just easier to maneuver through it.
Yeah. Keeps y'all out of trouble, man. And
Exactly.
one thing we always talk about, we talk about the buddy system. You know what I'm saying? Because when we went to school, it was just us two. So like, if it's just one of y'all, you're more likely not going to pray. You're more likely not going to be, you know, really on your dean. There's no one to really hold you accountable. And like you said, Dula, like, there's three of y'all. So, yo, you in trouble? I got you. You need a ride? I got you. Yo, we're going to Juma. You rolling? Now I feel like, nah, you coming.
Right.
It's like,
And that's, even though it's kind of topic, but that's what I was telling one of my friends the other day. It was like, oh, I got this person that can help you get this wet, boy. And I was like, oh no, I got an Akhs for that. She said, oh, you got an Akhs for everything. I'm like, yeah, because that's how it is. It's like a network. If I got somebody that I need to fix this car, all right, Akhs over here can fix this car.
exactly.
I need somebody to help put some siding on my house or do any type of work. I need a barber. My barber, that's my brother.
You already know.
That's my barber.
Shout out,
So it's like,
that's my barber. Like, we keep it in the family.
Oh, you got even when it comes to like beats.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, you want to jump on a track? All right, cool, we can network. Like, that's just how it be. Cause it's like, it's kind of like family. That like Islam is a brotherhood, and that's what it is. You gotta be there for each other.
Exactly. Right. And because you know, we all have, even if we practice differently, our morals are going to be pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to view each other with a certain level of morality and humanity.
Right. Definitely.
You know what I mean? So that's why we find Islam is so important. And even in that, though, we do understand the importance of, just like with y'all music, it can't just be for the Muslims. This right here, this podcast isn't just for the Muslims. Like, this is for anybody that just want to learn about, for this episode, young black Muslims, young black men in Baltimore, young men in Baltimore, rappers out of Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can appeal to different fronts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about what y'all do, is that no matter what front you look at it, it appeals to somebody on some front.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially your music, I mean, especially going back to you guys just dropped Blog Talk. Even the intro is about brotherhood, you feel me?
Right.
And a lot of people these days, especially rappers, especially rappers, they talk about, you know, I did it out on my own, you know, I'm just solo dolo, kind of self-made. So it's nice to see you guys talking about the community.
And even they be lying.
Even they
got help. They lying. They had help.
Right. Nobody's self-made.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They getting, you feel me? Yeah.
Because your mom, your dad, your uncle, somebody influenced you, somebody fed you, somebody took care of you, you feel me? So there's no such thing as self-made. And y'all know that, you feel me? So how have y'all been able to kind of stay just y'all three? And because for us, you know, we get people that reach out to us and like, hey, we want to help you guys. How do you kind of, how can you guys kind of make, you know, how can you guys see through something like, okay, that person's here, genuine, they kind of want to help us out, or that person's here for the ride? Like, how do y'all feel people out?
That's a good question.
Energy.
Not in corny. You get tired. You can kind of tell when somebody steps to you a certain way. You just know I'd rather keep it going with me in my eyes. Like, I don't want no parts with you. Like, usually you can feel the energy, or just a couple words might come out. You might catch something. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah,
I mean, majority of the time, your brother in Islam gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You be surprised.
That's how we really be rocking.
You be surprised, bro.
I mean, we know.
I mean, majority of the time.
Yeah. You know, you always give your brother the benefit of the doubt until they give you a reason to doubt.
Right. Exactly.
Some people give you that reason. They give you that reason. You're like, nah, we good. I'm out. So right now, who has been the biggest inspiration and the biggest supporter? I mean, it could be two different people, the same person, but who has been the biggest inspiration for y'all to just, we just got to keep working? Because I know it gets hard, bro. When y'all first started, everybody want to listen to y'all music. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, we was just talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
We really want to keep making music. Because we like our music. Like, we really make music for us. Yeah. Because I like listening to what we put together.
Right.
So we put it out there for the public to see, you feel me? To
see if they rocking with it.
To see if they rocking with it.
Yeah.
But honestly,
we rocking with it.
We like.
So your fans your biggest inspiration? Or like y'all biggest inspiration?
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, okay.
So who's been the biggest supporter?
Tone Trump.
Big Eye. Yeah, definitely.
Because y'all just in New York with him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that y'all first performance outside of Baltimore?
Yep.
Wait, really?
What? Nah, not our first. It was definitely our first in New York, though.
Where y'all at? Give us the details, man. How they join go?
Yo, my people's own a restaurant, a seafood restaurant, literally right around the corner. House of Seafood. Check that joint out. It's slamming.
That calamari.
Yup, that calamari with slime.
Oh, with the shrimp.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you feel me? Literally right around the corner. I'm like, oh snap! So we drink right here. We feel me? We in business. Perform. It was lit, man. Had all the Akhs on stage with us, turning up.
He showed mad love, yo.
Yeah, showed mad love, man. Respect.
So how did the relationship with Tone start then? Cause y'all went to New York with Tone, I'm assuming.
We met him up there.
Okay, cool. And were y'all like part of the set, or did y'all like go there perform yourselves? Like how'd that go?
Shoot, we just pulled up. We had a funeral to go to the next day, so we really couldn't stay in New York for too long. Like, we came up there, got something to eat at the restaurant,
drove up there,
performed, turned up, had fun, had to go back, hit the road.
Right.
I mean, it's just like, get ready for June. Right.
So how did the relationship with Tone start? Because you said that's your biggest.
Yeah, he hit us up. He had hit us up on Instagram, told us he was rocking with the movement. Said, you feel me, like he want to build with us.
Yeah.
So that's when, you feel me, that's when we saying y'all. He said pull up to the studio. You feel me?
Okay. So all that happened like around the same time. Got you.
Damn, but everything got moved up pretty quickly. If y'all met up that day, started recording, and had the show. I mean, that's things happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's hard to see because, you get people that you connect with, and sometimes you see things too, and sometimes you don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's how it is.
So it was good because he was real genuine about it.
Exactly. He a real one. He actually a real one.
Because you have some people that might be like, oh, you know what? I like what these guys are doing, but they may try to, take it another way. And one thing I think is important for y'all to know, we saw somebody go through this recently, is that y'all just got to know that what y'all have is y'all's. You know what I mean? So, like, if somebody comes on board and try to be like, you know what? I'm older than y'all. Let me take y'all under y'all wing. Y'all got to understand what y'all have, your worth. So make sure you tie up all the loose ends. Because in the rap game, sometimes you see people and they got millions of views but ain't making $1. You know what I mean? Like, how is that possible? And Jabril goes on and on about that. At first, I was like, yeah. But then I looked at the numbers. I was like, yo, it's insane. Like, because somebody sees they like it. They've been in the industry for 10, 15 years. They're like, you know what? I see where these brothers are going. They're like, look, don't worry about nothing. You guys just record. I'll take care of the production. I'll take care of everything. And y'all doing what y'all love because it's fun. And you ain't going to ask for a check right now because you're having fun, Right. But you're like, damn, we going on tour. We got all these views. Like, where's our money? So have y'all been studying up, like, the business side of things? Like, what y'all doing, like, definitely. Off the mic?
Most definitely.
What y'all
reading books.
Yeah, no, that's real.
My man doing, like, books.
Hey,
he said Dr. YouTube.
A book a day.
You know how many books we've read? No, that's good advice.
Yeah, you can't have on YouTube. You learn anything on YouTube.
You really
nowadays.
can, though. Right. YouTube and books. Reading. You got to educate yourself on the enterprise you get into.
Yeah.
Like, most like people in our generation, like they don't really read like that.
They don't read at all. They may read like a paragraph, like
right.
That text. The only thing they read is memes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a long text.
A tweet.
I can't read that.
Read the comments.
Like, they were like, yo, break that text down real quick. So they're doing three long texts. Nah, but that's important, man. And we're learning that. We're like, yo, we have to study up on like what's happening in the podcasting and what's happening in the music world, because at the end of the day, audio is audio. So where is it headed? How should we move? How's social media moving? And y'all social media is actually very good. What I notice is y'all engagement is up there. When y'all post something, people posting it. They doing, like when we first got onto y'all, there was this one girl out of Baltimore. I can't remember her name or anything like that. But she, every time y'all dropped a song, boom, she was right there. Like, every song. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Every song she was putting it out there. Like, yo,
shout out whoever you is. Right, you a real one. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you.
Yeah. So because like we investigate. So we went on her friends, and then we start seeing all of them sharing the stuff. She's from Baltimore, I believe, like somewhere in Maryland, like around Baltimore. But she's sharing all y'all stuff. Then we know it's everybody around y'all age range sharing all of that. So y'all Instagram and like just y'all engagement is up there. How have y'all dealt with? I know y'all getting DMs.
Yo.
Bro went there.
Yeah, I know y'all getting the DMs. How have y'all managed to like?
It's the big
because then what is, I can't remember which song it is, but
Money Calling.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, yo, you already know where you already going.
Exactly. So like, yo, explain how like this, y'all getting all this engagement, get all these people like hitting y'all up. Like, I know y'all got the girls, cause now y'all married. So I see no rings, right? Now y'all married. So how is that? Like, how do y'all kind of take in all of that exposure? All those people hit you up. People either talking about business or girls. Like, how do y'all deal with all that attention? I don't think you know how to, right?
It could be like, what out of those is going to make us progress? Is it going to be someone who's trying to help?
Yeah.
Or some girls who hit your DM like, hey, what you going to do for me?
Yeah.
I got to worry about me. I feel like all of our focus right now is like school and make sure the money comes straight. And then we going to focus on, I feel like we going to focus on this music and see how that really gets going. But regardless, we all have a plan for what we gotta do, and we're not gonna let no DMs. Definitely not no DMs get in the way of that or slow the roll. Cause it's like a repeated cycle when you wanna get into that. You just keep wasting. It's kind of like you wasting your time.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're doing.
If you wanna stop and talk to every girl that come your way, and you going over her crib, you spending money on her. Okay, now on to the next one. And on to the next one. You just keep. It's pointless. So you might as well just focus on you, what you gotta do. And when you ready, you ready.
Yeah,
it's a trap.
When y'all gonna be ready, you been older than us. Hey, y'all do that.
Hey, we talk about this off the podcast. Let me see my water.
No, I mean it's crazy y'all say that because y'all about what? Few years younger than us.
Yeah, don't try and trim it.
But there was one thing that you said that's really true. It's like it's a cycle, you know. So that's why Islam, I think, is really important because, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and our beloved Prophet, peace and praise be upon him. A lot of stuff they tell us like not to do saves us so much time and energy. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to just like marriage, it's just like, you know what, he knows like what guys want and what girls want. You feel me? So it's like, look, you're gonna be, it's a rat race. You're gonna be chasing tail, chasing. And that chase never stops. Whether you're 20, 30, 40, like, it's just, the only thing that changes is just their environment. You feel me? So you go from school to college to theater to the club, whatever.
To
just
your job.
To your job. It just looks different. So you guys young and knowing this, like hearing from us, like,
my cousin,
7 years later, nothing changes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, my cousin told me a long time ago, he said, you always lose money chasing women, but you never lose women chasing money. You feel me?
Oh, your cousin old school. That's he an old head, because that's only the old head's going to put you onto that one.
Right.
You focus on the goal, and then I think Japan and I talk about, when you focus on the goal, the right people gonna come on your path.
Exactly.
Whether they gonna push you off the path a little bit or kind of push you up and hold you back, you just gotta realize that, So when it comes to women, I don't know if we're going down this route, but y'all just keep focusing on y'all and the right. Allah gonna put the right ones. You know what I mean?
Inshallah.
On the right path.
Inshallah.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about the project.
Yeah. Let's get into the music.
It's that block talk.
Yeah. It's that talk.
Yeah.
So what was the idea? What was the concept of this project when you went into it? Because as Mo said, y'all talk a lot about brotherhood, y'all talk about community, y'all talk about what y'all experienced in Baltimore heavy, right? But how is this project different than anything y'all done previously? How is this like that step up?
I feel like, actually, I'm gonna let you answer this.
Well, I mean, it really, like, the concept just came together. Because, like, it started off as, like, we wanted something that was going to appeal to the black people. So we was like, all right, so black talk. Then it was like, well, we want to add the Akhs in it too. So block talk.
Yeah, that's
right. From there, it was like, all right, let's make a song on it.
Yeah.
Then once we got the song down, it was gone.
It was gone.
So everything stemmed off of that, the intro song then.
For block talk is like, it's low key like a combination of black Akhs.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So we like the music is like from a perspective because we black Muslims living in Baltimore. You feel me? So it's block talk. Some people gonna get with the lingo. Some people not gonna. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that was really the concept of how Block Talk was formulated.
So you basically brought everything together.
Being
black, being an Akhs.
Right. Yep. This is our perspective. You feel me? We black Akhs in Baltimore. You feel me? Like, because a lot of people don't know like how Muslims really live in America. A lot of people, because they only look at the news.
They only the news.
If they don't really see any Muslims, they're clueless. Only exposure they'll get is what they see on the news, on television, on social media, and how Muslims are portrayed in the social media. You know how it go.
Farrakhan. You either get Farrakhan or ISIS. You're like, bro, what the heck?
Exactly.
Two extremes.
So we want to introduce a lane that really presents the truth about how we living. Yep. You feel me? And our thoughts and daily struggles.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's why we started our show, is because the narrative, right? Especially everybody that talks about America is not even from America, right? So you got people from Saudi and the Middle East talk about the West, and it's never positive, right? Especially about the Muslims. But the people that they talk about, it's never about the African American Muslims that have been here for years, you know?
Right.
That's why we thought it was important to go see Brother Amir down in D.C. with the Islamic Heritage Museum, you know? And when I first saw it, I was like, you tell me there was black people like in the 1400s? You know what I'm saying? Like way before anybody else came. And there were like Muslim that came from the Caribbean, they came from Brazil.
70,000 years ago.
How long?
This is a theory. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Hey,
but it was a tribe in West Africa that migrated to South America, and that's from what I heard. I think they were called the Olmecs, but they were here before, like Christopher Columbus even discovered America.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about? Oh, you've been talking. They've been talking to your barber.
The Moors.
Yo, when I first vlogged, his dude, he talking about the Moors, bro. Yeah. My man got the certificate and everything, and there's a lot of truth in that. Actually, Mansa Musa's brother, y'all know Mansa Musa, right? His brother, Mansa Abu Bakr II, he actually, when he gave up his kinghood, a lot of people don't know that, man. They say, oh, Mansa Musa the richest man, but his brother actually is the one that gave up his kinghood, and then his brother was just like, double up 3-4 times, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then his brother, Mansa Abu Bakr II, he actually took a fleet of 2,000 ships here. Yeah. But he never made it back. But you see the evidence, you see it like in tombstones, you see it in the culture, you see, that's why I see like parallels. Like I play on this soccer team back at home with a bunch of Honduran cats, right? All Hondurans, but they dark as us, all of them, right?
Playing the drums,
speak straight Spanish. But like when we won the championship, they're like, like on the drums and stuff, and like the way they were dancing is like, yo, this is straight West African.
That's what I'm saying.
This is straight what the way they dress, like the way they like.
Even their rituals and practices, like you can't tell me they ain't originated in Africa.
Exactly.
You can't tell me that didn't.
Exactly.
But I don't really want you to know that kind of stuff.
But you know what? They're like, nah, y'all came in on slave shit. Y'all tripping. But that's the importance of telling y'all narratives. That's the importance of telling y'all story, because y'all story is very unique. You know what I'm saying? 3 black dudes, they grown up together from Baltimore, and especially what the president saying about, you know, y'all area, right? Right. So now y'all narrative becomes even more important.
What president? What we talking about?
Hey, like my man YG and Nipsey said, you know,
go listen to the song.
I can't.
Go listen to the song.
I don't remember Obama saying nothing about us.
FDT, my man, FDT. But like with the narrative of y'all city, of who y'all are, and what y'all are about, being created for y'all to be putting out music that says the opposite. Like people's minds getting blown, because just like, you know, people don't know about the Africans that been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, they don't know anything about us now. So it's like, what y'all do, what we doing, what our people are doing is very important. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Have y'all gotten people that kind of let you know or give you that type of understanding? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel it when you record? You like, yo, like 10, 15 years down the road, this is what people gonna remember. This is our legacy. And y'all just starting. Like, bro, y'all haven't even started yet. I can feel it. I can see it. Y'all just like, bro, this is nothing. Like,
hungry.
Exactly. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the same vibe. We got the same look. Like, bro, we 60 podcasts in, 62, something like that in right now. Bro, we just started.
Just
like,
getting started.
It's easy. This breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, this is Fajr. This is the first prayer right now. Like, this is the first one. So like, we got 4 more levels to roll. You feel me? So how do y'all feel where y'all at and where do y'all feel y'all going and where y'all trying to get to? Like what's that pinnacle level that all y'all like, yo, we want to get here? You know what I'm saying? Whether that y'all describe somebody that's there or like maybe y'all describe it to us. So y'all.
To be honest, it's about reaching a level where we can give back.
Exactly.
That's really the main thing.
What do you mean by giving back?
Give back, like, however we can, whether that
To
be
the community.
financial.
Financially, maybe investing,
Right.
you know, to the point where we could, like, make a change in the status quo. So.
Well, let me break it down like this. Jay-Z, I don't know what his net worth is, but you know it's a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know Jay-Z, he doing a lot of good stuff, nice humanitarian stuff.
Yeah.
But just speaking like, all right, so say I'm Jay-Z. If I was Jay-Z, I'm buying the whole block. I'm buying the block, maybe the block next to it, fixing that up, and putting some black people in my neighborhood. I'm from Brooklyn, I'm put it there. Instead of letting somebody come and gentrify it or whatnot. That's what's going on in Baltimore. It's a lot of gentrification. It's coming hard right now. And so before it can really get serious, I say we should fix up our neighborhoods, fix up the stores, maybe get some better
jobs,
stores. All we got is corner stores and
liquor stores,
medicine shops, and basically selling the same stuff we got in the street, but just giving it a government name and it's cool.
Yeah,
it's a lot of that. So I mean, I feel like we just want to build up our community and just give back to it.
So how y'all doing that now then? Y'all don't have money right now. No offense.
Who said that? You see my rolling?
The money right now explains all that, right? Money right now. Make sure y'all go and listen to that. It's hot. So obviously y'all not as in that position now, right? But how are y'all giving back outside of like your music? Like what's some community stuff that y'all doing that y'all encouraging like young people? Y'all speaking like what is it that y'all doing? And if y'all aren't doing it, like where are y'all trying to get to in the near future?
Well, you gotta try to act like an old head all the time. Always try to
mature.
And I always try to make a connection with the people that's younger than you. You know, because it's always gonna be that gap. If you get them thinking on the same type of mindset you want, then that can help them mature faster. You know, so that can help.
My professor told me this thing. He was like, now, going back to like the Jay-Z, like, and people who are actually capable, like billionaires per se, black billionaires, and you know how people, like most people will say like, dang, like they got all this money but they ain't really doing nothing for the black communities like that. But it's like what you expect them to do. That's what we got to look at. I mean, like realistically, you take what's $1 billion and 1,000 times 1,000, that's $1 billion. I mean, if Oprah gave $1,000 to 1,000 people, that really wouldn't benefit anything.
Yeah.
So the objective is, so how do we get the people who aren't productive? How do we get them to the productive status? You feel me?
Change the mindset.
Exactly. So that's when it really come down to. We got to try to change the mindset of our people.
Yeah.
You feel me? To the point where it's productive. It's not poison.
Yeah.
That's what we got. That's the goal right there.
Just set an example for real.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off.
You good?
All right. So I was thinking about this today, right? I was getting ready and I was like, it's interesting that, you got these people out here, like they get college degrees. I know most of us here, we in college and school, whatever, right? And we pay all this money out. And then you see your dudes, they're on the block.
Right.
The dudes on the block, those are some of the best salesmen, best hustlers around. They don't need to go to college. They don't need to go. They can work in any of these little call centers, whatever, doing sales and bust it out the water. But what the issue is like you said, it's that lack of education. It's that lack of knowledge. The
lack of connections.
Exactly. It's like, bro, like, okay, I don't like you because you're from this block or wherever, but like neither one of us own this. But what happens if we decide to change the narrative to, okay, we might not like each other, but I'm going to own more houses than you.
Right.
And I'm going
to buy back the block.
Exactly. So guess what? If I don't like you, I'm going to buy your house.
Right.
That's the most, now where your mama going to live. Like, that's the most disrespectful.
Corporate thugging.
Yeah. But think about if that's the mentality besides, like, who was the first dude that was like, I'm about to sell crack to the people that I live with. And it's going to, like, we're about to just see, think, when you even think about it, you're like, bro, like, it's just backwards thinking that somebody really was like, I'm going to sell this to people that I know. and watch them get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so backwards. Like, the thinking has been so backwards, and we're so removed from, as I said before, that morality, right? As Muslims, we know better. But I think now, you guys indicated to it, is where do we go financially from here? How do we build up our communities? Because you can't just buy somebody a house. You can't just buy somebody a car, right?
So you gotta, it's the education system. I feel like some of the schools in Baltimore, like, they need to be upgraded as far as education. Like,
and you'll notice that a lot of them, they only start fixing them up when, like, they wait a long time that the school be bad for a whole bunch of years. Just around my way, they fixing the school up when they know the house is ready to get sold to white people. They know the whole neighborhood ready to change. They just fixed up the high school, and now they working on the elementary school. So y'all did it at the same time because y'all trying to have a process, and you trying to do it real slick, real easy. Thinking nobody gonna know what's happening. Let me build this shopping center right here, and let me get rid of this. Let me put this school here, this school. Then the houses start changing up. So it's really just a process, and they think nobody see it. But
what it boils down to, and this is what Mo was saying, like, he got tired of me saying, I mean, for months, boom, 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 going on it. Comes down to ownership. You know, you own your music, you own all your equipment, you own the studio, you own the rights to everything. Nobody can take nothing from you. And if you translate that from your music and your creative side to, yo, my life, I own everything. Because just imagine, like, picture with your clothes, right? Imagine you don't own that shirt. That's my shirt.
Right.
I'm like, yo, give me that shirt. You're like, bro, give me the shirt. It's my shirt.
Right.
It don't matter if you like it, it's fly, whatever. That's mine. The same thing applies to music, applies to our podcast, it applies to everything. It applies to, especially when you start getting into financials. If you don't own it, someone can take it.
Right.
So, you know, I didn't think this was going to turn to like Dr. Phil, like put game on nobody type vibe, but like that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all in it, we in it. But this is just like real conversation. Like, hey, we all got to make sure, like y'all said, the Akhs stick together and we work as a team. Because at the end of the day, if we don't have each other, who we got?
Exactly.
Who we got?
So,
exactly.
Do y'all think y'all album also educated, you know, your community? Because right now, the biggest thing is you have to educate the Muslim community, right? And that can be the black Muslims, you know, African Americans. Show them, hey, look, there's a better way than selling drugs and, you know, being a drunk. Then you're also educating the immigrants who came from a different country who may be black but don't consider themselves black. So how do y'all feel when immigrants kind of hijack the hip-hop culture and love music but don't want anything to do with the African American community? Like, what do y'all have to say with them? You kind of know what I'm saying? Because they want to jam, they want to rock, you know, all the clothes and play all the music. But
it's not only with the immigrants that don't consider themselves black, or not only with immigrants. Period. That's almost everybody. They hijacking the culture, or they want to take what they want from it.
Talking about everybody.
And so
it is, though. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are y'all trying to do to kind of combat that?
Tell them about this.
Tell them about this.
Gotta tell you about yourself. But you doing this, that is wrong. If you don't like what you're hearing, cool. But like, if I talked to you about this. I talked to you about this when I seen you. Yeah, about when I come in the masjid and brother from Pakistan, like I say salams and you gon' not even maybe whisper it. Well, might even say it. But then your homeboy from Afghanistan pull out, oh, assalamu alaikum.
Right.
Like, what's the problem? What's the issue? Or I told you this one brother, he was just so. He just wanted me to say that I was from East Africa so bad. I'm like, I'm from Baltimore. He like, but for real, like, you in the masjid though. Like, I'm like, even one kid, and this is near my age. He's like, so you black? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. So like, how are you Muslim?
Right.
It's like it's that bad. They ignorant.
And they be like, oh, well, when did you convert?
It's like, offensive,
so
bro.
It's like, damn.
So you just have to teach them. Or just let them know about the circumstance. Just tell your story, and that's how you make somebody understand. Just show them your perspective, because they not seeing all that, and they go home. Like a lot of them, they work in the gas station, the corner store, and all they see is dudes on the corner hustling and doing this, coming to the store, acting a fool, knocking stuff down for no reason. Like, so they come to the masjid and they see me like, oh, he gonna have them same characteristics. You feel me? So. You just try to teach them, like, you can't have no separation in the Ummah. You can't have people disliking this Muslim, but you cool with these Muslims.
Exactly.
Like, nah.
It's all brotherhood. It's all brotherhood, no matter what. And I think the word to kind of sum up with what y'all been saying is perspective. You know, so there was an incident where this particular Muslim was being like racist against me, right, for whatever reason. And I was talking to my pops about, I was like, yo, like, joint, I'm hot. You feel me? He was like, don't be mad because they just don't know.
They just
like
don't
where they come from, like that's just not normal. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, like when you really take that step back and be like, you know what? I can't even be mad at them because they just like, have no clue.
For real, they don't.
So do y'all think y'all are educating people through your music? Because even when I listen to your music, you know, sometimes you're speaking Arabic, you're talking about praying, you know, you're talking about just, you know, forgiving people and stuff like that. So you can hear in your music, which I love because it's what y'all stand for and who y'all are, you know? How's y'all family feel about you guys rapping? Are they supportive? How are your friends? You know, how the people around you kind of, are they rallying up behind you or they kind of...
Yeah, I feel supported. I don't really
good.
feel like hate in my face at all. Like my family, friends, all support.
So you guys don't have any haters?
Not that I can. I mean, we got.
Sure, we
haters.
did.
We got haters.
Y'all definitely
Sure.
got haters.
But it's
got
like, I
haters.
can't. I don't really.
They probably keep it on the low so they come around and be like, what's good, bro?
Once you just
My man just told me he was talking about me last week. about that.
What y'all gonna do like that?
yeah, I was ready to say like once you really got the focus on everything, you don't even see the haters no more.
Right.
You got the blinders on. You just focus.
For real.
So what is each of y'all favorite song on the album?
I got top 3 for real.
Top 3. This man can't decide.
Justice is the best song out now.
Yo, that joint goes.
She don't get it.
That joint Justice goes.
Yeah, I brought with just. I like the intro. I like
The intro,
Legendary,
you like
the
and I
intro.
like
Yeah.
Don't Play Around. That's my jam.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
I say don't play around.
Don't play around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I been with Badlands.
Bad.
That joint go. But I came in live, bro. The last song, the bonus track, yo, vibe with me. Like, I was like, yo, I was in the car. I was like, yo, hey, Habibti gonna like
Said,
it.
hey, I gotta give me shorty real quick to ride with to this
I
song.
might answer one of them DMs real quick. Like, we're answer one of them DMs, shorty. And Katil, we can do this today.
Feel you on that.
I did like Badlands because like it reminded me of like your environment, but also reminded me of kind of like your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like you consistently got to be like thinking a positive way and not kind of get caught up in everyday life. You know, and it's hard. I was listening. I heard something today. Yeah, I was watching Luke Cage, right? Yeah, I think it was maybe the first or second episode when they kill Pops. Right? I don't watch any shows, so for me to know this is crazy. Right? But after they kill Pops. Right before that, I think he was like a big drug dealer, was in the game. He's like, man, like how'd you stop that? He said, man, every day I try my best not to be that man. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, that's like a continuous struggle, especially when you live in places like Baltimore, DC, Chicago. This isn't like 1 day a week, 2 days a week. This is like every single day. People don't know that the U.S. is also a war zone, you know? And one thing I like about y'all, you guys are always asking to make dua, asking people to make dua for us because I feel like sometimes we get so caught up in what's going on in Palestine and maybe Kashmir and Sudan. Obviously, our brothers are, you know, in there in a pretty bad state. So are people here, you know. And Jabril helped open my eyes. I was like, wow, that's why the Black Muslim struggle is so important because we're going through a battle that nobody ever can relate to. Our people have been, or I don't want to say my people, but
nah,
people
you
here.
Black, you with us.
All right, yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
it.
you win. You
Don't
win.
separate.
I'm with it.
Don't separate.
I'm here for the long term. But anyway, how many years? It hasn't been 1 year, 2 years. It's been like 100 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to start here. We got a bigger problem than anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
it is strange, right? Like, especially with what happened in Sudan, everybody rallies for Sudan. We like pray for Sudan. But I'm like, yo, who praying for us? Because at the end of the day, like, bro, we getting blasted at unprecedented rates by the people that are sworn to protect us, by our own people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy. Like, even what's happening recently with these mass shootings, you know what I'm saying?
Even before that, like when Black Lives Matter came out, everybody's like, oh, like why are you guys doing that? Blue Lives Matter, white lives. They just started doing that. But when it comes to any other phenomenon, there's no comparison. It's like, you know, just go support them.
Just help.
So every time it comes to Black people, there's always some sort of comparison.
Oh yeah,
I just
they
don't
always,
know why.
Always. That's
You
how.
know?
Cause that's how they can. That's what they just conditioned to believe that. That's just.
That we.
A lot of them really just don't understand. They just don't understand what the real situation is. They don't know. They don't know people are walking outside their house and seeing people get shot. They don't.
It's crazy.
Like they think it's a movie or something. They don't know that this one kid, like, this all he know. That's all he see every day, and that's why he either is gonna be in jail or he's gonna end up like dead. That's the. Yeah. It's because that's what you around, and people think it's just they just rap about it in their songs.
Yeah, they think.
They just make it in the movies. Like, no, it's real. Like, people are dying every day. It's moms dying. It's kids dying. It's fathers.
It's representation. I had my brother-in-law. He just came from Egypt, and we were watching Luke Cage again, and he was like, why are black people doing this? All the time was the show, but he's like, well, why are black people out there selling drugs and shooting? He's like, he even thinks that's how they really live. You know, I told him, I was like, no, first of all, this is a movie. You know, and I was like, the person who wrote this thing was probably white anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why it's so important for what y'all doing, because y'all represent yourselves, represent y'all city. So, like, are you guys only gonna focus on like rapping, or y'all gonna go the tone route? You know, y'all gonna be actors, get in movies, and kind of
Creed 3.
Yeah, I would love to be. I'd hop in a movie, man.
No, bro. So there's more than just rapping.
Man, it's a whole movement.
It's a movement, yeah.
It's a movement.
What's the vision? What's the vision? Because look, we hear a lot of people say, "Oh, it's a movement."
Exactly.
Buy my shirt, it's a movement. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I want it politically. I want the laws. You feel me? To be more beneficial for our people.
Okay.
I want to get into the political aspect of it. Even the incarceration rates. We want to see that drop. You feel what I'm saying? More blacks in college, educated. Because I mean, going to college, like, to a lot of, you feel me? It seems like far fetched, but in reality, it's really not that far fetched.
Yeah. Right.
It's very possible.
And it's gotten to the point where in Baltimore, like, everybody knows somebody who locked up.
Wow.
And it shouldn't be like that.
No.
Right.
So we just trying to make a change.
Good.
I feel like the goal. I know my goal is to be able to help as many people as I can in any way. I just want to get to that point where, you feel me, brother, I need you to do this. Like, I got brothers locked up now who they need help with the commissary, even they got a kid outside, they need help with their kid. And I mean, it's kind of upon your right as a Muslim, you gotta take care of your family. Even though I'm not gonna mess up my situation to get somebody out of this. That's different. But I'm gonna try to be there for everybody as much as I can. And I do want to get to that point where you a hood hero. You helping everybody there. You building up the businesses. You got the houses looking right. Everybody cool. It's not no violence, not no drama going on, and it's just stable.
Just stable. Everybody just chilling, kick back. You feel me? No violence.
How do you feel about the people who leave the hood? Because that's one question you always see is like, what do? Do you try to make money, you leave the hood and not be in that circumstance, or do you kind of stay there? Do you build, or do you leave, make money and come back? Like, what's y'all vision?
I don't see nothing wrong with going back and checking in on the hood for real. You feel me? Just to check in.
You hear what he said? He said check in.
Yeah.
Because
it's better than nothing. Better than just never coming back. You feel me?
That's true.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people ask that question like, oh, should you stay or should you? At the same time, bro, nobody wants to be there.
Yeah, I try not to hold it because I know I'm trying really hard not to leave.
Yeah,
I know people that I try not to have any hard feelings against it because it's like you keep talking about how this is so bad, but just try to do something about it.
I mean, you guys are growing too. You guys are growing.
And they just get fed up. They get tired of seeing this every day. They want to change their environment. Maybe they feel like they can't change unless they change their environment. So it's different factors to it. But I think if you want to make a difference, you should stay. Don't make a difference nowhere else. Help your people. So I'm gonna help people in my city, people in my Ummah, people in my color. I'm helping anybody I can.
There's blessings in helping people.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at the Prophet, peace and praise be upon him, right? He left Mecca to go to Medina, and then he came back. So I don't think there's a one answer fits all sort of situation where it's like, oh, I gotta stay because, like you said, sometimes staying in that environment is counterproductive. Definitely. You cap a certain place, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to extend just how like y'all went in New York or y'all start traveling, y'all start wanting to live in a safer environment, you feel me? Not saying I don't know where y'all from, where y'all live at, you know what I'm saying? But like being able to still give back, still check in, even still live in and around, but knowing that, yo, I can put myself here to level up, to do what I need to do.
Isolation.
Exactly. Go to your cave for a little bit. Hustle, grind, come back. Yo, we about to buy this right here. We about to be strategic with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the mentality that we've taken, where it's like, okay, we might go somewhere else for a little bit just so we can kind of establish a root for that financial stability, that base.
Right.
And you come back and you're like, hey, hold that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but on a real note, you want to be able to come back and say, yo, I can actually change things, whether it be politically, financially, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, wherever you at, you want to be able to be like, yo.
So in regards to like time management, right, and doing PR work, because you guys dropped an album, right, because you want to be as many places as you can that you see as beneficial, right? So what have y'all been doing on kind of social media? Because sometimes you're on there, you're like, I'm networking, and sometimes you just find yourself on there just scrolling. You feel me?
Right.
So who controls the social media, or what y'all playing with social media? Do you guys have like a certain number that y'all are trying to get to in regards to like, hey, we want to have a certain audience before we drop this, or like how do you guys kind of base like your PR? Are you guys like reaching out to like smaller platforms, trying to get out there and tell as many people as you can? He's trying to think.
I mean, honestly, I feel like y'all said, we really just getting started. So, like, we're kind of in a experimental rebranding kind of process
right now. Okay.
Right. So we still trying to get all the pieces together to really like formulate to where the platform is rock solid.
Yeah.
To where we can advance with it.
Yeah.
So that's really the main goal right there.
No, I mean that's smart, because that's what we had to do, right? We were like, let's just put out as much content as we can, because we like doing it. So that's
right.
For 1 year, that's all we said: content, episodes, meet up with people. Then after that, we're like, all right, cool. Now that we put out a lot of episodes, if anybody comes like, well, y'all been out for a while, we're like, now let's focus on BD, like connecting with people. And after we start connecting with people, we're like, all right, now let's focus on getting speaking gigs and focus on us and operations. But we're like, you know what? Before we start making money, let's make sure our foundation is solid. We have a process, right? How do we put out content? How do we go from talking to somebody from a DM to having them fly us out somewhere? You feel me? Because once you get those processes down, you can bring people on board, right? So a lot of people don't see that. They just see y'all get on the mic and doing shows, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys look for like outside help, like for like local people to come help y'all out? Would y'all do like a quick like a pop-up show with somebody local in the community? Will y'all do like some sort of like, collab?
Most definitely, yeah.
What's the recent collab that y'all done outside of Tone? Who else have y'all collab with?
Well, we performed at like a graduation cookout.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that was what's up.
We performed at our the school we grew up at. We performed up there. You feel me? For the little Miss, the competition thing.
Giving back.
For
IFB
IFB Mist, yeah.
We was there. You was at Mist?
Yeah.
And y'all weren't there, or y'all?
I was coaching.
Yeah, was coaching.
Yeah.
What's up? Yo, that's why like last time we talked to y'all, you were like, yeah, we're in college, but then we saw you there, and I was like, yo, is my man in high school?
Nah.
I was so confused, bro. I was so confused.
This team was lit though.
Yeah.
Yo,
Baltimore was lit.
Yeah.
Everybody else came out there kind of silent and like Baltimore, they dance. I'm like, they turn up. But so what's next for you guys? You got one project out, it's doing well. We talked about numbers beforehand. We'll need to go in detail with that, but it's doing well. What's next for you guys?
I say more performances,
videos,
continue with like promotion. I feel like we probably gonna get some apparel out soon.
Oh, nice.
Like they said with the videos.
Merchandise definitely coming soon.
And drop a little more frequently, maybe. Yeah.
Really just exposure.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta really
just promotion and networking.
Yeah.
You guys are doing the Friday freestyles. What happened? I was banging with that gym, but y'all stopped right after Juma, right?
CDs came out and it was like, all right, man, next week. We gonna do it next week. Then we came next week. All right, we gonna do the Friday freestyle next week.
but you know what? Content is king, and we see that with the people that have those growing platforms, right? Where they're like, yo, they're growing like 1,000 a week. It's consistency. And it's the lack of caring of how great the content is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, each one of y'all put out a freestyle. Each one of y'all put out a freestyle. Y'all said y'all your own competition, right?
Yeah.
But y'all have to compete with one another. Cause I know y'all in the studio. Y'all not in the studio like, yeah, great job. That was like, yo, yeah, that was a banger. But bro, I'm trying to come out even stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like y'all have to keep one up in one another, or y'all stuff is just gonna end up being
stagnant.
Exactly. It's gonna stay right here. So, just having conversation, like, bro, y'all keep putting out content. You feel me? Because one, we gonna rock with it. Everybody that's following y'all gonna rock with it.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I don't know, bro. You got another one coming out Friday. You got another one coming out Monday, Wednesday. But it's like boom, boom, boom. People know it's coming. Put it out. We want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all artists, and that's the thing. We talk about the Muslim rappers, bro. Everybody's like, oh, I'm the first Nasheed rapper, or I make this sort of music and this like. But bro, how many of them are actually putting out content on a regular basis?
Nah.
Not too many.
Exactly.
Nah. Because they're waiting for collabs. So right now, I mean,
but that's real though. Is you just asked the question, right? Like who y'all collabing with, right? The people that y'all collabing with are probably not those people that are in the limelight who are just putting out. They put out that one visual, that one song, and we're going to like make it big. We're going to make it go viral.
The Ramadan song.
Yeah, let me put out the Ramadan song and go viral, right? Yo, what we've witnessed here is that virality is cool, but it don't last that long. No, you can have a video go viral, but if you don't back it up with good content, you put pressure on yourself when you go viral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but if you've been consistent, y'all consistently posting, y'all consistently challenging each other, you know what I'm saying? Upping each other, bro, from here to the next 5-6 years, y'all gonna be on a whole nother level that the other rappers that have just been trying to chase numbers gonna miss out on, because numbers will come, bro.
Yeah, numbers will come.
Numbers will come.
And y'all know that.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to see where y'all go.
Exactly.
Right.
I want to see what's the next project going to look like. Can y'all reveal that yet? What's up?
We got a lot of mine.
Yeah, we got a lot of mine.
Stay
Trying
tuned.
to come harder.
We definitely gonna come harder.
Bro.
Block Talk 2 definitely coming soon.
He said we're doing a sequel.
We go from the Badlands to the Goodlands. That really gonna be on your wrist.
Yes, sir.
But look,
you got it. No, I was saying just because I think there's a lot of people that want to become rappers, or, be a poet. What advice do you guys have for them? It can be something simple.
Make music for you.
For you. Make the music for you. Okay. Which
Let me think about that.
Because your face says something different.
What you got, Laura?
My advice is to be as original as possible.
Original.
Yeah.
Everybody says everything's original now. So
How do you think your music original?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, like,
don't try to sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And I don't know, just don't do what everybody else doing.
So don't do everybody. So do the opposite.
Yeah.
What everybody else doing.
But you gotta make it you at the same time.
Just your own flavor, your own twist. You still thinking?
Nah, I say for one, if you really listen to the beat first of all, like just really listen to the beat.
It's funny you say that, because even when I try to freestyle, I don't even listen to the beat. I'm just like, all right,
pay close attention.
I'm trying to find the words that rhyme.
Feel that joint, because something could come out.
Good point.
And also, let me see. Just don't do what you want to do at the end of the day. Just drag. You have fun.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take it serious if you don't want to. But I feel like regardless, you should enjoy it.
Okay, you should enjoy what you're doing.
Enjoy the whole nine. But look, man, we excited for what y'all got coming.
Exactly.
We excited for what y'all already have out.
Appreciate
you know what I'm
that.
saying? I think the streets bang with y'all. I think the Muslims bang with y'all.
Yeah.
I think our people definitely bang with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all keeping it so real and raw and honest, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Real rap, no cap, all facts.
Hey, my man, he got the beat in his head already. He's trying to go. But for real though, man, like, because there's a lack of that honesty. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people putting out that bull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep it rocking. Is there any piece of advice that y'all as a group want to give to anybody listening right now, whether they're Muslim or maybe, no matter where they're from? We got a lot of people watching this. What's a piece of advice you want to give to them?
Stay true to yourself, man. Keep it real with yourself. first.
Trust in God.
Trust in Allah.
Yes.
When you don't got nobody, He always gonna be there for you.
Yep.
And whatever you're going through, keep your head up.
Yep.
And if you just keep grinding,
Shit.
get to where you
just
gotta
keep
go.
grinding.
Keep grinding. That's
Get
the
to where you
hit
gotta
your
go,
goals,
man.
set
Get your
goals. Even if it's small goals, just set goals.
Just set
have something that you're working towards at all times.
Yeah.
And enjoy the life you have while you got it.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
yeah.
Stay busy.
Stay busy?
Yep, stay
No, that's a
busy.
good point.
Stay busy and get busy.
Get busy with it.
Hey.
Right.
So how can everybody find y'all individually? Where can they cop the new new tracks?
Block
Put
Talk.
your tags up.
All right, so
Yeah, you guys
look.
plug yourselves in individually.
Plug.
You start off.
Start from.
Alright, catch me on Instagram at YMG_Dula. That's YMG_DULA. Twitter, WB_Dula. DULA. Dula. Yeah.
Boy, catch me on IG YMG REEMO YMG Remo, no spaces. Also, you can follow the YMG page, the Young Muslim Grinding page at Young Muslims Grinding, no spaces, YUNG Muslims Grinding.
You heard me.
Feel me?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can follow me YMG_Lord Akhs.
Lord
Bump
Akhs.
that Block Talk.
Blah, blah.
Block Talk out on all platforms, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, every store.
Yeah, you wear.
BLA.
And then,
Y'all got the tapes in hand?
like swimwear.
Nah, we don't. We gotta make some more copies.
Oh, y'all slacking. Yo, we about to buy some tapes
See
tonight.
the way they be just coming out so quick, and she just had to dish them out.
Okay, they sold out. They sold out. That's a good reason. They sold
We
out.
definitely gonna come up with some more. Inshallah.
And let us know what y'all do, because some people, if they want to get it, y'all can maybe ship it to them. Maybe give them like cash.
Oh yeah, we about to have the store up. We about to have the online store. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have the merchandise, the CDs, the copies of the CDs. You can order them straight online.
on the
Yeah.
website.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Follow the IG pages. You're gonna definitely get plugged into the websites.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo, how long you been on, Mo?
Hour 15.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You feeling that, Mo?
Well, let me find out you were out, boy.
All right, yo, look. So for the last hour and 15 minutes, you guys have been listening to the Young and Muslim podcast. I'm Jabril Salam,
Muhammad Hassan.
and we greet you with the greens of peace. Hold on, whoa.
We got.
Whoa. Y'all got to say who y'all are. My fault.
Yeah. How y'all end up the
Man,
show?
we can start on that side this time.
Yeah.
YMG_Lord Akhs.
YMG Remo.
YMG do.
And we greet you with the greens of peace.
Salam.
Salam
Wa
alaikum.
alaikum.
Peace.
Salam.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace. Be easy.
Yeah, you cut that, Jamal.
Man, my ass.